She didn't just cheat, she planned it. She married him for money. That part is real. No love, no illusion, just a deal, dressed up as a wedding, a powerful man, a perfect life, a contract with a ring attached to it. And for a while, it worked. Until she met someone else, someone who made her feel something she wasn't supposed to feel. So she started hiding things. Messages first, then meetings, then lies. And the night she took off her wedding ring, before seeing him, that wasn't a mistake. That was a decision. Because once you take it off on purpose, you already know exactly what you're about to do. And what she did after that, she chose it. Welcome back. You're listening to Midnight Confessions Show. Tonight's story comes from Jessica, 31, originally from Chicago. And I'm telling you now, this one is uncomfortable. Because there's a moment in this story where she could have stopped. And she didn't. Jessica married Richard when she was 28. She worked under him, junior analyst. He was the CEO, older, established, untouchable. The arrangement, her word, was clear from the beginning. He needed someone presentable, intelligent, controlled. She needed out of debt, out of instability, out of a life that was slowly closing in on her. So she said yes, and just like that, everything changed. Penthouse apartment, private drivers, events where everyone knew his name and quickly learned hers. From the outside, perfect. From the inside, empty, but stable. And that was enough. At least, at the beginning. Because Richard wasn't cold. That's the part she didn't expect. Late at night, when everything went quiet, he talked. Not like a CEO, like a man. About pressure, about failure, about fear. And Jessica listened. And something started to change. Not love. Something more dangerous. Attachment. And this is where it starts to break. Because once something becomes real, the rules stop protecting you. And then Tyler came back. Old colleague, same age, easy, no pressure, no expectations, no wait. They had coffee, just coffee. And she went home and didn't tell her husband. That was the first decision. The messages started days later, casual at first, then daily, then constant. And it wasn't the messages. It was the hiding, turning the phone away, locking the screen, smiling, and pretending nothing was happening. That's not nothing. That's intent. So ask yourself, when does it become cheating? The lunches came next, then longer lunches, then excuses. And by then, she already knew, because Tyler made her feel like herself again. And once you start chasing that feeling, you stop thinking about consequences. Then came the night. I knew before I sat down what kind of night it was going to be. And still, she stayed. She drove home just after midnight, sat in her car. 12 minutes, not moving, just knowing. And in the elevator, she felt it. Her hand was lighter. She looked down. The ring was gone. Not lost, not forgotten. Removed by her. And that was the moment. Everything after that was a choice she had already made. She walked in. Richard was awake, reading. He looked at her and said nothing. She put the ring back on, looked at herself in the mirror, and for a second, she didn't recognize who she was. That should have been the end. It wasn't. Because she did it again, and again, and again. 5 times, 3 weeks, 5 separate decisions. And Richard never asked, but he knew. You could feel it in the silence. Then she found the letters, hidden, unsent. I thought this would be safe. I didn't expect it to become real. She laughs differently now. He knew, and he said nothing. She made coffee, sat across from him, silence. I took the ring off, and I didn't want to put it back on. So here's where I stand. One hand. She's not wrong. He removed love from the equation first. You don't get loyalty when you never built love. She didn't break anything. There was nothing to break. But on the other hand, she knew. From the first lie, from the first message, from the moment she took that ring off, she didn't fall into it. She chose it again and again. 2 lives, 1 decision. That ring didn't fall off. She took it off. So tell me, was she escaping or just taking everything she could get? I'll be here, in the dark, waiting. Good night. Before you leave, I want you to really sit with this, because this story isn't as simple as it looks. If a marriage starts as a transaction, does betrayal even exist, or is it just a broken expectation? And be honest with yourself. Is emotional cheating worse than physical, or is it just easier to justify? If you hide messages, delete conversations, wait for someone else to text you, haven't you already made your choice? Or does it only count when something physical happens? And what about him? If you feel your partner slipping away and you say nothing, is that strength? Or is that fear? Would you rather be lied to or told a truth that destroys everything? And here's the one no one likes to answer. If you were in her position, with the money, the lifestyle, the security, would you have walked away or just tried to have both? Be honest, because most people judge the story very differently from how they'd actually live it. So tell me, where do you really stand?